Hi, parents and guardians, and welcome to Back to School Night for the 2020 to 2021 school year. I am your student's seventh grade social studies teacher. My name is Miss Anastasia. They're in my class for geography and world for financial literacy. And I'm just going to be going over today a little bit about me, explaining that to you, and expectations and rules that I expect from your student, and what we expect to learn this school year in geography and financial literacy. So I'm going to get started by presenting my screen for you. We're going to go through a little PowerPoint presentation just so you get an idea of what is expected in this class for their social studies class. So like I said, my name is Miss Anastasia, and I have your student for seventh grade world geography and financial literacy. This is my first year in Irvington in a University Middle School, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to have all your students in my class, and I just can't wait to have so much fun and learn a lot this school year with them. So this is the virtual learning schedule that I have available for them on our Google Classroom. But if they ever need to reference it or remember what time class starts or anything like that, they're able to check that out on Google Classroom. It also has at the bottom here office hours for not only me but all their teachers, which is from 2:15 to 2:51. So if they ever need to take some time and meet with me or any of their teachers, they're more than welcome to do so during that time. These are just some class expectations that I expect from your student while they are in our meetings, and when we are in person, that I expect from them when we're in person too. So students are expected to come to virtual class prepared on time with a notebook, pen or pencil, any homework that they had, in a positive attitude. I know sometimes with the earlier classes it's a little hard. They just rolled out of bed, but just coming to class with a positive attitude, I think that really makes a difference. Students are expected to participate in online activities and projects, and also expected to participate in class discussions and ask questions. That's part of what they are getting graded on, is classwork. And during our class meetings or Zoom meetings that we do, if they're participating in class discussions, whether that's answering questions or reading, that really helps, along with asking any questions that they have or if they need anything clarified. I know it's hard over Zoom meetings and stuff like that. I don't get to see a lot of their faces, and if I do see their faces, I don't know if it'll translate well over the computer or anything like that. But a lot of the time, if they don't ask questions, I just think everything's good. I'm not able to see if they look a little confused or a little puzzled. So asking them questions really not only helps me out, but also helps them out, and then it might help out their other classmates too that didn't want to ask the question. Virtual classroom behavior should be 100% respectful, not only towards me, but also their classmates, making sure they're on mute when necessary, and, not going crazy in the chat or anything like that, being respectful to one another. This is the supply list that I expect from for your students to have for their social studies class this year. Having a notebook, will hopefully be able to use that a lot with writing journals and doing vocab, along with a writing utensil, pen or pencil, a folder when we are in person, that would keep their notebook in it, but also worksheets or anything that they get in class, highlighters to highlight any vocab work or any readings that we do, and then a Chromebook or a personal device to log into the Zoom meetings. They should all have available for them. This is the daily class agenda that they should expect and that we have been doing for our Zoom meetings. And when we are in person, we'll do something, modified, but similar to this. So some kind of do now, something to, get them warmed up for a social studies class. Maybe remind them of something we were talking about last class period, or something, that they might have learned from their homework assignment, and maybe start by discussing that at the beginning of class. Then next, some kind of teacher instruction from you, whether that's a presentation, some kind of explanation, any videos, something like that. And then time in class where they'll be doing some independent classwork or partner work or group work. During that time they are doing work, and I'm available for them if they need my assistance or anything like that. I try to check in with them every 5 to 10 minutes, check in, see how everyone's doing, maybe even take a little brain burn, do a little stretch, maybe go get a drink or go to the bathroom or anything like that. I like to get them moving around too, not just sitting the whole class period. And then some kind of closure, recap of lesson from students' perspective. So I know what I got from the lesson, but I want to learn from the students' perspective what they were able to get and what they were able to learn. And then homework. A lot of the time I try to, get everything done and keep the students productive and working and moving through the lesson, because I want to hopefully give them time at the end of class that they could work on homework, so then they'll have less homework to do at home. This is just a breakdown of the category of assignments that they will receive in this class, and the percentage of grades that that assignment is. So tests is 25% of their grade, a quarter of their grade, while quizzes are 15% of their grade, projects, presentations, reports, 30% of their grade. We are doing a year-long project in class, and just making sure that they keep up with that, because that is a good chunk of their grade, 30% of the grade. Classwork, so whether that's zooming into logging into the meetings, or participating in the class discussion, or answering questions, or reading, that really helps the grade. And then homework, which is 10% of their grade. So these are just some other expectations and rules that I expect from your student while they're in my class. So just making sure that they're respectful to each other's thoughts, feelings, ideas, and opinions. We're all very different in the classroom, and I appreciate everyone's differences. And I think it's important to learn, about different ideas and opinions, and know that it's okay to have, a difference of opinions or ideas in the classroom. And, that's the same thing that you could use, outside of the classroom in the world. Making sure to respect, school property, classmates' properties, and my properties. Because once, property, people's property gets disrespected, or we're disrespectful to each other's thoughts or feelings or ideas or whatever, then, there's consequences with that, and we won't be able to do things that, we did before. Those privileges will be taken away. Making sure to come to class prepared with all the necessary materials and supplies and homework, anything like that. Making sure to follow directions the first time they are given. So I don't mind, giving directions out and then giving them another time if there needs to be something clarified or a question or anything like that. But when I keep giving directions over and over because people aren't paying attention, or they're typing in the chat or anything like that, then that takes away time that they could start their homework or anything like that, and even more work, and or even falling behind. So just making sure that they follow the directions the first time they are given. Making sure there's no eating or drinking, no fighting, arguing, or foul language in the virtual classroom, whether that's, speaking to one another or in the chat box. And just making sure that, your student observes and follows all school rules and rules in the student handbook. These are just some of the consequences to expect if your student, breaks any of those, goes against any of those expectations or rules that are in place, a verbal warning, and then a call home. I know I love calling home when it's something positive, like your student is doing well and participating in class or answering a lot of questions, but I don't like to, do calls home where your student is being disrespectful in class or breaking rules or anything like that. So I just, hope that your student will adhere to all those rules and listen to them, and I can hold them to those expectations that are put in place. Also, detentions, referral to dean of discipline, getting an administration involved. I really don't want to do any of that. It says at the bottom there, we are partners in your child's education. I know the administrators, they want all of your students and children to succeed and do well, and we can, do only so much, and your student has to help with that by making sure that they do follow those expectations and those rules that are put in place for them. So this is just going over what we are studying this year in seventh grade geography, map skills, geography skills, learning about different cultures, Earth's physical geography, so the layers of the Earth, along with human and cultural geography, the different places and the different ways people live, physical geography of the United States and Canada, along with the history and cultures of United States and Canada, along with Latin America and South America and Central America, Europe, Africa south of the Sahara today, and the different cultures and history of Africa south of the Sahara today, and along with financial literacy. This is just my contact information. If you or your student ever needs to get in contact with me, or any questions or anything like that, please email me. I mean, I'm available during my virtual office hours, but you can always contact me through email. Over the weekend, I check my email a couple times throughout the day. So I do I try to get back promptly if you ever email me with any questions or concerns that you do have. And just please do so. I want to help your student the best that I can. So, if you have any questions, or this would be the time that if we were in person, you would ask any questions or ask me to clarify anything we went over. But if you do have any questions or you need anything from me, please do not hesitate to reach out to me by email, or we could always set up a meeting during those virtual office hours. I just want your student to succeed and do well and the best that they can. And I know, you do too. So I want to make that work the best that we can. So please let me know if there is anything that you need from me. Otherwise, thank you so much.